Wrapping up here.
Everyone move a bit now.
You go that side a little bit, go that way. Left. There you go.
Yeah.
Cool. Wrapping up here, Old Trafford, Manchester United 2, Brentford 1. Boy, what do you say after that?
Finally we got a win. it's about time, and although we can take a lot from it, because obviously it's 3 points, and we needed a win desperately, no matter who it was or against, in what competition, we needed that win. But to be honest, we didn't really play well. It's the same thing that we see all the time, like first 20-25 minutes, it starts off well. You know, we have a few opportunities, it looks like we're going to get some good chances, and then we just go and concede, and then we just completely fall off the face of the earth, which is the same thing that happened today until Scott McTominay came on. Super sub, because like, to be honest, when he came on, I wasn't
No one really,
it wasn't the sub that I wanted to see. But obviously he's got the 2 goals, so like it is a big thing to take away, especially heading into the international break. But there's so much work to be done still, like, because we can't play like that against a team bigger than Brentford, because they will score more goals. Today we could have easily conceded a few more. Like Onana, I don't know. I don't know. That goal is, like, watching it back, it's shocking. There's no way you should let that in. People say the same thing about De Gea. He made mistakes. He wasn't making a mistake every single game. We're seeing that from Onana now. Like, every game there's a mistake. So I don't know.
Is it too early to maybe take him out of the team? Should we just stick behind him? Should Ten Hag stick behind him and just play him out of this bad patch of form that Onana's on, because he is literally costing us goals?
Well, he has to, right? Like, he made the decision to get rid of De Gea, and the way it was, he got rid of De Gea, he has to, because the fans will eat him up if he doesn't play him, right? He's just not confident, right? I think ultimately with the back 4 he had today, he wasn't as confident as he could be, and our spine was weak, right? The Maguires, the Casemiros, and Onana. It was weak, right?
Maguire was all right today as well, man. Maguire, do you know what, bro? I'm going to be honest. Maguire and Evans,
Evans
they were all right.
Until McTominay came on, Evans was my man of the match.
Yeah.
I think Evans played fantastic. Maguire, he's still shaky, right? But with the fact with Onana, though, he has to play Onana, because the fans will eat him up if he doesn't.
How do you see it?
Yeah, in all honesty, you don't pay 55 million for a keeper and then put him on the bench. Yes, fair enough, he's making mistakes, and some silly mistakes which he shouldn't do. As a top keeper, he shouldn't make those mistakes. He's making them. At the moment, I think he should still play, still our number 1. But like, I didn't expect him to play the game against Crystal Palace in the cup. I expected him to be rested, but he still played, and I think those are things that's giving him a big head. So maybe the coach should have rested him for that game and stuff like that. He should play these big games, fair enough, but I think the jury's still out. He needs, he needs to pick it up. Otherwise, he should be rested.
Bro, winning in that way.
Yes, man.
Can it be a catalyst? Because obviously, you know, you win like that, you want to say, oh yeah, well done. This is going to be it. Now we're going to start. Every time we get a little bit of hope with this team, so far this season, there hasn't been much hope, but we get stopped in our tracks. Do we need to be careful here? Is there still a lot of work to do? Can it be a catalyst?
A lot of work to do, of course, Flex, man. I mean, the performance wasn't great as ever, but I think you're scraping the bottom of the barrel when Maguire comes on with an assist and McTominay has to score the 2 goals. It can't get any lower than that for Man United. However, the result is important. Going into the international break, there's not a lot of positives to take from it, but those players needed something. And a result for Ten Hag, McTominay's probably just saved Eric Ten Hag some time.
Because you imagine, bro, I was sitting there thinking, we're going to lose. So I was like, we ain't going to score. It felt like the Palace one where it's like, we can be out here a whole another 90 minutes, we ain't going to score. Then obviously what happened. How, like you just said there, how big of an impact can that have on this team in terms of what it would have been like if we'd have lost that game today?
I mean, the pressure's tenfold at the moment. I believe in the manager's transfers, but I just think he's prioritised them in a way where he's put more pressure on himself now, because the team do look disjointed, and it's not so much that the players are bad, but the profiles that he's brought in has now made it kind of, how can I put it, looks like we're on the back foot, and even though we're creating a lot more chances, we are conceding more, and we didn't add to the forward line, which in my opinion I thought we needed goals. So he needs more time. I'm happy to give it him, but given the fact that most managers don't last 2 seasons here, Flex, given the fact that the fan base will be so fickle and switch on him, I don't know if he's managed to buy himself some time, and today's result for me gives him some time to get his head down. The players needed it. To be fair, they look united today.
Yeah.
They look more united than the fan base.
So you don't see it as like players have given up. It's just like they're just in a bad moment.
100%.
They haven't stopped running for the manager. They're not trying. They're just not been good enough.
I think if you look at it from the fans' perspective, like, you know, we're in the ground, we're sitting there, you're going to feel the atmosphere 24/7, even when they're not on the pitch, you know, when you're going home, the same atmosphere, because as a fan, it's different. But as a player, you have to be more mentally strong. You have to then change our feelings. And, you know, it's not for us to change their feelings, it's the other way around at this moment. And that result will do that for them. And I do believe that Ten Hag and those players are united, and they are, excuse the pun, but I do believe they are connected in that way, and it does show on the pitch. I just think they're not even getting the decisions, which sometimes is frustrating, and just waiting for a little bit of luck. And today, you know, they pushed to the end, and we just tipped us over there to get the other result. So for me, I think it's a positive step moving forward. I've just got to obviously get past the next 2 weeks and just see how we come back into, because we've got Man City coming up, and that to me is that could be hopefully our Liverpool 2-0 from last season. So
Who was your man of the match today, and why?
Probably say Scott McTominay. You have to say McTominay. You know what I mean? He saved Ten Hag's job. Saved us a lot of stress today. Like, got to be McTominay. I think Maguire, you didn't put a foot wrong today.
And everyone always gets nervous if he has to come in and all that, but he deserves his props.
Evans as well. Everyone was criticising that signing, but he came in, put his foot down. Dallo, I think he was good as well. He really had the beating of that the left back. I don't know what his name was, but he really had the beating of him, pace wise as well. But I think there was a few good performances. It was just a few of the Rashford as well. His body language looks shocking. It's not just today, but even last season, you see Rashford body language. He loses the ball. He starts sulking. It's not great, to be honest. I don't know what's going on with him.
What's up with Casemiro?
I don't know, man. I just, like, when he plays, he looks like he's on the golf course. He's just kind of like, you know, just motorboating around, hook passes to nowhere. I don't know what it is. I was hoping today that Amrabat would add some, like, discipline and someone to control the tempo a bit so he can just calm down a little bit. But look, I think the positive thing is he got rotated out and with time to spare. Not right at the end, not just hope and faith for nothing, because look, everyone's saying it, right? He's playing his favourites, this kind of thing. And I think even that, you know, it's hard, right? It's hard not to talk about the negatives because it's of where we've been. But if I can just say, everybody just breathe it in. It's a different feeling today, right? It's like we won. Forget 20-minute FC. Forget 28 minutes today. Well, when was the winner?
95th.
We are 95th minute FC. That's who we are, all right? Going until the end. And that's what we need to do. Like, you talk about whether this is going to change the season or whatever. I think it's moments like this that at least breaks the cycle. And it's like, you know, what do we say when we win? Last season when we were winning all the time and then there was no media, you know, scrutiny on Ten Hag because he was getting it right. You know, oh, Man United's back. What he would say was one game at a time, and I think that's what we're going to say right now. He's laid one brick. Our house has been crumbling. We've been building in flood conditions, right? Like fucking player leaks and sorry to swear, but you know, like everything happening. Like our right wing, like it's unbelievable the amount of problems he's had to deal with, and he's having to do everything at United because we're stuck in the 80s with the Sir Alex Ferguson model where he does everything. It's like if he just can focus on the football, and now we go in the international break. Everyone knows what it feels like to win again. And that's what we needed. But I just want to say as well, Rasmus Hojlund, he was the man of the match for me today. Every duel, you know, you got someone who's there. Like, what is Manchester United about? It's about biting and fighting. You earn the right to play. And this guy earned the right to play. He was in every duel, backing into his defender.
Didn't have a lot in terms of in front of goal. It was almost like going back to feeding off scraps again. But in terms of still putting it about, and like you said, earning it for it.
And he made all the runs. Well, this is one of the big frustrations, like when I was here for the Palace game and all of us were here, we have all this ball, we have so much ball, we can play Maguire at the back, right? Because it's comfortable, but there's no off-the-ball movement. No one is moving. It's just like, oh, yep. Oh, here, you have the ball. Oh, I'll have the ball, sure. Take responsibility, make a run. At least Rasmus did it. That's what we need.
Listen, guys, they've had their say here. They're saying basically, look, give Onana more time. Keep believing in Ten Hag. This could be the little turnaround that we needed as well. Let us know what you guys think at home. Smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new. We'll see you again soon. Peace.